Selamat kembali kepada Chop Dengar Dulu. Hari ini kita akan bincangkan, adakah degree mengurangkan value? Are university degrees today still the golden ticket they once were, or are they just expensive tickets? What do you guys think?
I feel like when it comes to your question, right, there's no like a yes or no kind of answer.
Okay.
It's very complicated because to a certain extent, degrees do have values. We can never deny that. But even though with degree, you are seeing fresh grads being unemployed and for so long. So when you see fresh grads who has a degree but do not have a job for certain duration, that raises a question. What is the problem here? You know, because if you want to get a job, the qualification is for you to get a degree.
Right.
Tapi sekarang dah ada degree, tapi tak ada kerja juga.
Tak ada kerja
So macam mana tu?
Degree, you ada degree, right?
Ada.
You degree in
Law.
Lokman?
I didn't have a degree yet, tapi sekarang tengah buat diploma in law, but will have a degree soon.
So you tak ada degree lagi, akan ada degree. You dah ada degree, sekarang
Tengah kerja.
Baru kerja. Berapa bulan kerja?
2 bulan.
2 bulan
Tengah
kerja.
probation lagi.
So Will pun belum
Belum masuk universiti lagi.
You tak ada apa-apa lagi.
Tak ada apa-apa lagi.
Okay, degree ni apa? Satu ialah degree adalah ijazah lah.
Yep.
Ijazah sarjana muda, right? So kebanyakan orang muda di Malaysia ni ada degree. Cuma isunya adalah, adakah mereka punya pekerjaan yang mereka ada sekarang ini adalah mengikut diorang punya degree ataupun tidak? Right. So untuk pengalaman saya belajar dalam ijazah sarjana muda perancang bandar dan wilayah di UTM Skudai Johor. Tapi saya tak kerja dalam bidang degree saya. Tapi adakah saya punya degree losing my value? Adakah losing value dia? Itu satu lah. Cuma saya melihat bahawa degree ini dia kena tengok daripada apa yang you belajar. Dia tengok juga macam you cakap tadi, ada yang tak kerja dalam bidang dia kan. Dia sebenarnya dia ada dua cara, ada dua perkara yang boleh tengok. Adakah degree itu yang tak berguna, ataupun dia tidak ada mismatch dengan kerja dia. Adakah kerja ini masih mendapat permintaan pada zaman sekarang ataupun tidak?
Betul.
Right.
Kan? Contoh, kita tengok contoh lah. Mungkin zaman sekarang ni zaman AI. Contoh lah kan. So orang akan berebut untuk study dalam AI yang diorang rasa macam 10 ataupun 20 tahun akan datang, semua kerja akan diganti dengan AI.
Betul.
Ini pun satu lagi lah. Contohnya kan semua benda akan ganti dengan AI kan. So apa bidang kerja yang mungkin 10 ataupun 20 tahun nanti tak ada, yang mana akan diganti penuh je dengan AI? Korang rasa apa dia? Pekerjaan apa?
Analytics.
Yep.
Data analytics. So semuanya pakai AI.
I mean, that's what, like for example, ChatGPT is a data analytics compiler, right? That's what people use for, right? And I think last time kalau ada degree on data analytics or anything related to that field, data analysts are paid very well, right?
Yeah.
And you have a big team of data analysts to sort through a lot of data and to go through accurate data. But now you have ChatGPT. One person can do it, right? The reason why people go towards more AI related fields is not to learn about how AI is made, but to learn how to make AI.
How to make AI. So korang yang belajar law, I mean kau belajar, you pun belajar law kan? So korang rasa dalam masa nanti AI, law akan diambil alih oleh AI ataupun tidak?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Definitely no. Because first of all, law, it's a very, very complicated course. It involves a lot of critical thinking. It involves a lot of applications towards the current issues. It also involves a lot of humanities actually.
Human touch.
When we are discussing with our client, when we are trying to understand the problem, because the basic is law is also problem solving.
Problem solving.
We hear from our clients, we apply the laws so that we can help our client. So maybe AI at some point can provide the resources, but to apply, to present the case, to actually convince the judge, I don't think I can.
But did you know there's actually an AI? Yeah. Somebody
I think
used
somewhere
AI.
in US, the judgment is based on AI. The reason, I mean, if I'm not mistaken lah, I don't really know exactly, but the reason why they want to implement AI is because they have like this saying is about macam this this case with this statistics and background ke apa, tapi judgement dia lain dengan orang yang sama data dengan. So that's why they want to kind of like synchronize it to make it more fair.
Tapi back kepada point Lokman tadi adalah tentang humanize. So dorang kata AI cannot humanize something. Cuma kalau AI tu based on fact and data sahaja, adakah ia, so the judgement tu hanya based kepada fact and data sahajalah, right? Tapi kalau untuk penghakiman dari segi background dan juga sympathy whatever, adakah itu mempengaruhi judgement?
For me, to be honest, kalau I don't know, maybe if you look at the judge punya POV yang dah dengar thousands of cases, yang dah face thousands of client dan sebagainya, I think they still have the human side towards giving the judgment. Yes, they have the knowledge. Yes, they have the facts and data dan sebagainya. Tapi when they hear, it is their duties to decide based on what they hear, not based on the data sahaja. When they hear the case, when they hear the lawyer that represent the case, they have to hear what they hear during the courtroom punya trial tu.
Nampaknya degree awak tidak akan
lose value.
Okay, back to our discussion.
Right. Okay, as the program coordinator for TEROKA, you hire interns kan? As an intern myself, would you hire somebody who has a more qualified degree or more qualified experience?
Actually kita tengok dua.
Okay.
Dua-dua sekali lah. Just like I pun bagi tahu juga sebelum ni, mana-mana yang apply intern ataupun kerja memang hantar CV. Right. Dan aku pun baru ada pengalaman untuk hire orang lah. Baru ada perasaan macam macam ni rasa bos untuk memilih orang lah, untuk memilih pekerja kan. Adakah kita depends on CV itself sahaja?
Right.
So dalam CV you boleh tulis apa macam-macam semua benda lah. You colourful results ke apa benda you boleh tulis, tapi akhirnya kita akan judge juga during interview. Interview ni kita akan tengok critical thinking tu. So itu yang juga adalah judgement kita untuk memilih pekerja lah. So point balik kepada degree value ni, degree ni kita belajar benda yang fact, maknanya kita belajar according kita punya courses lah. Cuma penting juga untuk anak muda sekarang ni ada skill soft skills yang lain, supaya itu akan menambah value kepada diri dia. Korang tu tengok statistik baru ni lah, SPM, contoh SPM kan, berapa puluh ribu kan, kita bukan cerita ribu tau, puluh ribu yang straight A. Saya tak nak cerita pasal beasiswa, itu benda lain. Tapi maknanya kita tengok yang ada SPM yang puluhan ribu orang ada straight A. So puluhan ribu ini dari segi permarkahan sama lah, semua straight A. Betul. Tapi daripada ni takkan kita dah pilih semua. Kan? So masa interview tu kita akan tanya apa skills mereka. Apa pun adalah satu program yang you boleh dapat you boleh dapat skills yang tidak dapat dalam universiti. Contohnya public speaking and debate. Benda ni bukan kerana kita nak cari gaduh saja untuk berdebate, aku A kau B tak. Tapi sebenarnya how to convince dengan kita punya presentation contohnya kan. Itu yang kita ajar. Contoh lagi dalam TEROKA juga kita ajar macam mana nak negotiate. Negotiate I tell you skills ini adalah sangat-sangat bagi I essential untuk zaman sekarang lah. Sebab you nak pitch orang untuk katakan dapat projek ke apa, untuk you fund the project ke, untuk whatever, you kena nego. Mungkin orang you cakap nak 10,000, tapi orang tu tak mungkin tak bagi 10,000. Tapi apa yang you nak lebih daripada itu, dia bagi 5,000, tapi macam mana nak 5,000 lagi tu you nak cover macam mana? Mungkin benda lain. So negotiation skills tu sangat-sangat, saya rasa dalam modul universiti kita mungkin tidak ada.
It should be necessary.
Yang mungkin kita nego adalah dengan lecturer saja untuk dapat pangkat lebih.
And there are reports saying that employers are very unsatisfied. I mean, there are reports saying employers macam states that fresh grads are lack in soft skills. Walaupun dah ada degree qualification, but they're not prepared for the workplace because they don't have the set of soft skills. And it's quite it's quite hard because where can you learn soft skills? Macam lecturers are not going to teach you how to communicate, or
It's not an academic
yeah,
thing.
how is someone going to teach you time management?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think there's like that skill gap between fresh grads and also working
Experienced
environment.
people, yeah.
So like how do you tackle that? That's
Ya,
a
macam
big question.
Lokman, you belajar,
Yep.
tapi you pun join club-club.
Yep.
So adakah club-club itu membantu you as a diploma holder ataupun degree holder nanti?
Definitely, but kalau macam saya, I look it at the perspective macam it's a kind of a good stress for me. So actually when we have a good stress is something yang kita boleh manage. Contohlah, for example, our main commitment is classes.
Classes.
Of course, classes kan. But we also participate in clubs. Or maybe we also have a part-time job. But at the end of the day, kita tak boleh nafikan yang macam, oh, sometimes all these things memang aku kena buat. Because it is something yang aku kena buat sebab keadaan semasa dan sebagainya kan. So somehow when we have different kinds of things and we have to focus on, we learn how to balance it properly.
Right.
We learn how to handle it properly. We learn to how to negotiate with other people. We
That's how
learn
you-
how to open up. Let's say we have tanggungjawab as a club president or something like that. But we also have to commit to our group assignment. Which then masa tu lah kita try untuk negotiate with our group assignment punya members untuk cakap macam, I ada ni tapi boleh tak I will still do assignment tapi
Yeah.
maybe that time dan sebagainya. Somehow people say that macam, bila you belajar kat degree ni tak perlulah nak tambah beban dan sebagainya. But actually if we look at the different perspective, those things yang boleh ajar kita untuk be a better person,
Yeah.
how to
It
handle
enhances
all
your
those
soft skills
Right.
lah.
Yeah.
So if degrees are not losing value as we've discussed here
Yeah.
today, why do you think we still pay attention to like QS World Ranking of universities? Kenapa ada orang yang pilih universiti yang lebih the top universities compared to, I mean, if the degree isn't losing value, then you should be able to get a degree from any institution, right? And then learn your soft skills later on, right?
Ya.
Alright.
Untuk ranking, setahu saya lah, permakahan ranking itu kalau tengok apa yang saya tahu adalah
Based on research
sebanyak
paper.
mana research yang
Research paper.
dikeluarkan, research paper yang dikeluarkan. Contohnya kalau satu universiti itu keluarkan 100 research paper, satu lagi universiti hanya 50 saja, so yang 100 tu lebih banyak lah. So ranking tu begitu. Tapi itu adalah salah satu kriteria untuk membuat ranking itulah. Maknanya sebanyak mana diorang lahirkan student yang buat research paper, so lagi tinggilah ranking mereka. Dan research paper tu bukan setakat research paper biasa saja, tapi dalam research paper tu pun dia ada tak yang mungkin impact to local saja ke, impact to regional saja ke, ataupun
global.
impact to the world ke, itu pun memberi pemakan kepada ranking lah. Sepatutnya kita kena ubah balik mindset tu bahawa ranking tu bukan segala-galanya lah.
Definitely.
Kan?
Tapi I mean kalau you go for job interviews, employer pun akan tengok universiti mana.
Betul?
University Harvard, Oxford, let's bring them in, you know. Taylor siapa ni?
Employability rate is based on how high the university
Yeah.
sits on the pedestal, you know.
Tapi kalau aku jadi employer, aku tak tengok tu dulu lah kot.
Itulah you bukan employer. Itu dia tak nak you jadi employer.
Kan? Bukan sebab aku akan lebih judge during your
I think
interview tu, during your
it depends workplace tu apa.
Workplace.
Macam TEROKA interview tu sangat penting lah. Kalau macam you know other places that requires macam a lot of research ke apa, mungkin the university plays a
But there's also another perspective where orang pergi to these kind of more prestigious universities because of social networking opportunities.
right.
macam mana pembentukan degree tu. Maksud saya kan cerita tadi mana nampak soft skill ni.
Right.
Yeah.
So kan ada isu yang ada saya rasa pernah dicadangkan oleh YB Zaid sendirilah, yang mana ada sepatutnya certain subjek perlu dirombak semula supaya dia sesuai dengan current punya apa yang employment nak zaman sekarang. Contohnya apa skills ataupun extra daripada hanya basic knowledge sahaja, tapi bila kita ambil benda yang lebih extra, itu akan menjadi makan yang lebih lah, value yang lebih tinggi. So berbalik untuk check balik sebenarnya degree kat Malaysia ini dah sampai ke tahap itu ataupun tidak. Kalau kita just sustain dengan apa yang kita ada sekarang ni, itu yang problem yang kita lahirkan, iaitu kita punya degree holder ini tidak ada value dengan market yang kita ada sekarang, right? So nak tak nak memang kena sentiasa buat apa panggil benchmarking antara dua ni lah. Kalau
Benchmark, ya.
benchmark. Kalau tak, dia akan jadi kita dah mungkin ke AI tapi orang tak belajar lagi apa-apa. Kan? So kita kena at par. So macam cadangan yang YB cakap tu adalah kita kurangkan subjek-subjek yang puluhan tahun dah kita belajar. Contohlah kita bawa sebuah satu benda adalah contohnya kita belajar kawat kaki lah.
Okay.
Kat mesti ada kawat kaki, right?
Ada ke? Masih ada?
Ada. Nampak? Kau tunggu kau punya nanti.
UiTM has kawat kaki.
So contohlah kan, kita daripada sekolah rendah dah ada koko, sekolah menengah dah ada koko, sekolah rendah berapa tahun? 7.
Yeah.
6. Darjah 6. Darjah 6.
Kesian dia kena pula.
6 tahun.
Sekolah menengah
5 tahun. Situ dah berapa? 11 tahun. 11 tahun. Setiap hari Rabu kau buat apa? Koko. Kawat lah.
Ya.
Tapi takkanlah selepas dalam universiti kau nak kena kawat lagi.
Tak boleh relate lah, saya private.
Okay. So tak adalah, itu contoh lah.
Tapi kan, so technically you're saying kita kena alter certain
subjects.
courses and whatnot. Tapi okay lah, let's say kita nak alter 2 je subject. We're not looking at 2 subjects only. We're looking at thousands of teachers and lecturers. You got to train them. You got to make sure
logistics.
Yeah, you got to make sure they're experienced, they know well in order for them to teach millions of students. So this transaction kan, someone teaches thousands of teachers, and then teachers teaching millions of students. This duration would take like, I don't know, maybe few years, and by the time it reaches the students, mungkin apa yang diorang belajar tu dah outdated. Kiranya let's say, okay, I know you're talking about Coco, but let's say I'm talking about AI. Okay, so you kena train teachers ni, let's say for a year. You nak train teachers ni pasal AI kau benda, and then they need to learn and whatnot, and then by the time they teach the students, AI tu dah outdated dah. It's something else already. So dia jadi macam it's quite hard to change certain courses lah. But I guess Coco is quite easy lah kot. But then when you want to change a course, we cannot just look at the course itself. We have to look at it as a whole, you know, because it's affecting a lot of people.
Dia tidaklah, I cakap tu tak adalah macam okay dan besok start. Dia tidaklah begitu. Tapi at least apa permulaannya?
Betul. Permulaan pun tak ada.
Permulaan pun tak ada. So apa the future? Contoh at least apa the next 5 years, the next 10 years sekarang ni kita tak nampak lagi.
Right.
Macam tu. So berbalik tadi, point tadi adalah kita sembang degree kita ni masih value ataupun tidak untuk pekerjaan kita, right? Ada orang cakap lah, ni pandangan umum lah kan. Orang cakap you just belajar je degree apa, tapi yang penting you mahir bercakap, you pandai critical thinking, you can go anywhere.
Does that define your value?
Bila you bercakap, nice,
contohlah bila you you boleh bercakap, you boleh present yourself well, you can negotiate well, tapi if that's something yang you cakap ataupun you advocate ke apa ke, tak ada any value or tak ada any contribution towards the society,
real change,
you should question yourself lah, do you have a value? Apa yang you belajar tu ada value ke?
But I think the fear of going jobless is more than questioning self-value, kan? That's why people fall to it, kan?
Yeah.
Right? Because the general stigma is now, okay, you get, let's say we take engineering degree because everybody wants to go engineering. It's the most versatile.
Right.
So if you study engineering, you pandai cakap, mesti you dapat apa-apa kerjaan kau nak. Kan? Like Zarul, you studied civil architecture, right?
Urban planning.
Does your job have anything to do with physical urban planning?
Okay, now.
Yes, now. Right now.
The current job lah.
Currently, right now.
Interesting part of urban planning punya degree lah. I mean urban planning yang I belajar is dia ada 2 main thing lah. Satu is social science, and satu lagi adalah engineering. Right? So engineering ni apa yang you nampak physically, macam building ke, is a town or city, whatever, itu adalah engineering part lah. You bina something. Tapi social science adalah untuk kita memaham masyarakat, untuk kita faham bagaimana sosial itu berfungsi. Sebab dalam urban planning kita punya falsafah ataupun prinsip adalah design itu yang akan mempengaruhi perangai manusia. Contoh, saya bagi contoh kalau satu bandar tu design dia memang hanya untuk kereta saja, dan semua orang berkereta lah. memang tak ada lane untuk basikal, tak ada pokok untuk berjalan, tak ada apa-apa, hanya untuk kereta. Dan manusia memang pakai kereta sajalah. Cuba kalau katakan kita design satu bandar, itu memang ada semua benda. You boleh pilih, you nak jalan kaki, you nak berbasikal, you nak berenang ke, you nak naik public transport. Maknanya dia ada pilihan. So manusia akan mengikut kesesuaian dia lah. Maknanya social science adalah macam mana kita nak memahamkan manusia, faham manusia, dan design kita itu akan mempengaruhi perangai manusia. So I buat sekarang adalah 50% saja.
Okay.
50% saja.
Not bad. So value dia 50 lah.
50, yang 50 I cakap tadi, 50 yang tak membina bangunan,
Okay.
tak membina bandar, tapi yang 50 adalah membina masyarakat.
That's nice.
Betul tak?
Do you think it's more important in a degree to not just tell people what to think, but also how they should think?
Yes.
Yes, the thing I like about law degree is the lecturers will always say there's no right or wrong answer.
Yep.
As long as you can justify, you're good.
So
In a way, they don't control or restrict how you think. You get to explore it, and you kind of like get to adventure. Like, oh, kalau macam ni macam mana? So like, how you think is very interesting lah.
Contoh like the question is macam, should university teach us what to think or how to think?
Right.
I think the university should teach us how to think,
Right.
because the degree or the knowledge is already been provided. Okay, benda tu dah memang tetap. So daripada the year 1, year 2, year 3, year 2, year 4, okay, apa yang you akan belajar? But the difference is, bila you dah tahu that knowledge, how do you actually apply it? Faham tak? Contoh, kita belajar pasal law, maybe like belajar pasal criminal law,
Criminal law,
about rape, something like that. And then we see a news regarding rape. How do you actually react to that news? If someone asking you, oh, this kind of crime macam mana, and you as someone yang dah ada that knowledge can boleh bagi pencerahan.
right.
So that is, for me, that is the part, how do you think lah, how do you actually articulate apa yang you dah belajar.
Because what to think to, we
Yeah.
already know it's wrong.
Yeah,
The
we already
situation
know.
is wrong,
Yeah.
but to articulate it in a
Yeah.
different framing, it's
Yeah.
how you think.
How to somehow this my lecturer also always tell me, bila kita nak explain to someone yang tak belajar law, we have to explain in a layman punya terms,
Yeah.
Right.
so that they can actually understand.
They can answer the last question to throw out. Zaro, as
Yeah.
somebody who has had a degree for how many years?
10 years.
10 years, okay.
Yeah,
What
I
would
last-
your
yeah.
advice be to somebody who's just getting a degree or just got a degree?
It's not a destination lah. Mempunyai degree ini tidak, dia bukanlah satu benda yang okay, destination I dapat degree, tak. Dia it's just small
Beyond
step
that,
je. It's
yeah.
a
It's a small
very
checkpoint.
very small checkpoint
Checkpoint
of your whole life lah.
of your whole life.
My advice that you masuk degree ataupun uni life ni, you sebenarnya bukan belajar sahaja. You bukan pergi kelas, balik
Bukan
kelas.
akademik saja.
Bukan akademik, pergi kelas ke apa, tak.
It's beyond that.
Explore sebanyak mungkin. Explore sebanyak benda, berkawan dengan semua orang. Sebab nanti dalam dunia pekerjaan, kita akan mungkin jumpa orang yang sama. Networking akan berlaku. So degree life ataupun uni life ni bagi saya paling best dalam hidup saya lah. Sebab you ada masa yang banyak. Yes, you tak ada duit, tapi
You
duit tu
tenaga.
bukan benda yang top sangat lah. At least kita
Money
cukup
is not everything.
At that time lah. Now yes lah. Tapi masa tu memang kita tak fikir sangat duit lah. Yang penting ada makan sudah kan? Ya, tapi yang lain,
You should also follow your passion wherever you end up.
Yeah.
Degree or not, passion comes first
Don't
lah.
tell me, tell them.
Passion comes first lah.
Okay, with that being said, thank you so much for listening to Chop Dengan Dulu. As we've seen here today, that academic adventure is not about your degree. Rather, the degree and going to university is really about a lifestyle adventure. So enjoy it while you can. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.